I have a question. I would like to plant trees as a windbreak. What varieties would you recommend?
Sure, yeah, so if you need to plant a windbreak on your property, that probably means that you live somewhere in greater Minnesota where we have a lot of wind. Where I work, we have a lot of wind too. So a windbreak can help you protect your property and your crops against a lot of wind damage, and it can also just create a really nice environment for your yard. So when you do a windbreak, you know, the mistake that we see a lot of folks make is planting all of the same species all across your windbreak. What you really want to do is pick several different species and plant them together. Because what happens is if a disease comes through, or if we have a really bad drought or flood that knocks out one species of your trees, you need to make sure that you've got other species there to help fill in those spaces and make sure you still have a functional windbreak. The University of Minnesota Extension has a lot of great resources on choosing trees for your windbreak and designing a windbreak, and they always recommend planting a number of different species. I'm just going to recommend 2 today. So you'll want to have at least 1 deciduous species and at least 1 evergreen species, but hopefully several of each. So for evergreens, there's a number of native pines, spruces, and cedars that you could choose from. White pine is a really nice choice. It's expected to be resilient as our climate keeps changing and getting more challenging. For deciduous trees, there's a lot of options you can choose from. One is black walnut. If it's in your windbreak, you're not too worried about the nuts falling on the ground, so that's a nice place to put a black walnut tree. So, the takeaway is, when you're thinking about doing a windbreak, you're still planting in rows, but make sure you get a diversity of hardy tree species, and you're going to have a really good windbreak that's going to protect your property.
Ask the Arboretum Experts has been brought to you by the Minnesota Landscape Arboretum in Chaska, dedicated to welcoming, informing, and inspiring all through outstanding displays, protected natural areas, horticultural research, and education.